This is Amazon Mandy, and I've got another cosplay tutorial for you. I'm trying to catch up on my backlog. This one is how to make beautiful spandex covered accessories. I'm going to try and keep this as simple and quick as possible. For easy access to my image and video tutorials, please check out my completely free Patreon. I've used this technique on both commissions for others and for my own costumes. It's a cheap way to get really polished looking accessories. Here's a list of items that I used. This may vary depending on your own project, and you can just pause this list if needed. I'm going to be covering a black Atom belt in this tutorial. I'm not going over making foam accessories because there's plenty of tutorials out there for that, and this is pretty simple and straightforward. I used different colored scraps of foam for this, so it's a few different colors, but that won't matter in the end. Cut yourself a piece of spandex that's wide enough to cover the shape that you're using and have a 1.5 to 2 inch border all the way around, and grab your favorite spray adhesive. Follow the directions on your adhesive. They can vary by brand. Mine required both surfaces to be coated and to wait for them to set before attaching them to each other. Flip your foam piece over on top of your spandex and work to keep it relatively smooth so there's no wrinkles and that the border is fairly even all the way around your shape. Flip your piece over so you can see the surface and gently use your palm to smooth out air bubbles and make sure the surface is nice and smooth. At this point, I just used my finger and to start guiding the fabric into the corners, but don't spend too much time on that just yet. Grab yourself a tool that will really press the fabric into the corners and crevices, but that also won't cut the fabric. You can use scissors, a fork, or any tool that you're comfortable with. Continue doing this until the fabric is all tucked in right where you want it. Now for the easy part, trim your border all the way around the shape in about 2-inch sections, and gently hot glue the border to the back, tucking it out of sight. It's easy to want to brush this, but I recommend gluing down one tab at a time for the best control and shaping as you go along. Sometimes, just to make the piece look a little bit nicer, I glue a piece of fabric to the back to hide the mess. It's not necessary, but a nice touch. And there you have it, a really smooth and affordable accessory, and this method gives you a much lighter piece than using many of the thermoplastics available for these kind of projects. This particular piece was the belt in the Black Atom commission. I hope this was easy enough to follow. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm sorry the tutorial is in images instead of video. I had planned on making a simple how-to collage, but then I realized it's a bit too intensive for that. Thank you for your support and for watching.